Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. We are on to continuing our journey through the Book of Jubilees, and we are again going to recap. And so welcome in Soul Tribe Collective, new subscribers. Again, our newest subscriber is 7. That is the first part of their name, or their YouTube account. So, welcome aboard 7. So let's go ahead and continue. I hope your Tuesday is going well. Hope it's off to a great start. Alexa, what's the time? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 10:44 a.m.
There you go. Okay, 10:44. Perhaps we need to look into that angel number when we're done here. Yep, give me a moment. Let me write that down. Again, I hope you're doing well. It is a great but serious day today. That's my energy anyway. Okay, so at the end of this video, we will look up the angel number 1044. Okay, you could be 44. You could be birthed in October. You could know someone or be connected to someone who was birthed in 1944. All right. So as always, we do a short recap of the previous section. Okay. And they will use violence against Israel and transgression against Jacob, and much blood will be shed upon the earth, and there will be none to gather and none to bury. In those days they will cry out aloud, and call and pray that they may be saved from the hand of the sinners, the Gentiles, but none will be saved. And the heads of the children will be white with gray hair, and a child 3 weeks will appear old like a man of 100 years. And their stature will be destroyed by tribulation and oppression. Okay, so here we are talking about the fall of man and the decreasing of years because of transgressions, because of sin. Okay, the Messianic woes. All right. And again, for those of you who do not listen to any of the other videos, we are in Mercury retrograde, and so my energy is a bit more masculine than it typically is, and that's with every Mercury retrograde. It's always like that. Okay, recognize your aura. Again, that's why we're sharing that book. What's your aura? Recognize your aura throughout the seasons, times, and journeys. Recognize your aura. Okay, so our next section is renewed study of the law, followed by renewal of mankind, the Messianic kingdom, and the blessedness of righteousness. Okay? And in those days, the children will begin to study the laws and to seek the commandments and to return to the path of righteousness. And the days will begin to grow many and increase amongst those children of man, till their days draw nigh to 100 years. See, we're getting, man's age is going up, okay? As the earth begins to awaken, Gaia begins to awaken. Gaia is sleeping currently still right now, okay? When Gaia awakens, there will be great judgment on this earth, okay? That's something for us to pay attention to. Light workers, star seeds, healers, earth angels, empaths, alchemists, that's something for us to pay attention to, okay? As Gaia awakens, there will be judgment across the entire earth. Okay? and return to the path of righteousness. And the days will begin to grow many and increase amongst those children of men, till their days draw nigh to 100 years, or 2 jubilees, and to a greater number of years than before was the number of the days. And there will be no old man, nor one who is not satisfied with his days, for all will be as children and youths, and all their days they will complete and live in peace and joy, and there will be no Satan, nor any evil destroyer, and all their days will be days of blessing and healing. And at that time the Lord will heal his servants, and they will rise up and see great peace, and drive out their adversaries, and the righteous will see and be thankful, and rejoice with joy forever and ever, and will see their judgments and all their curses on their enemies. And their bones will rest in the earth, and their spirits will have much joy. And they will know that it is the Lord who executeth judgment, and showeth mercy to hundreds and thousands, and to all that love him. And do thou, Moses, write down these words, for thus are they written, and they record them on the heavenly tables, for a testimony for a generation, for the generations forever. So in my meditation the other day, I saw something, and I accessed the Akashic records I don't know, whenever. And in the Akashic records, what I saw they were thick pages, okay, of looked more like recycled paper color, not pure white like the bleached paper that most of us use today, okay, or the background of this screen. But it's more of a grayish kind of color, okay? And in this particular Akashic records, when I was looking into it, the words were not written. First of all, they were of a different language. So I'm going to write down a couple of the letters and things that I saw, and perhaps someone can look it up or someone knows the language. Okay? So give me just one moment as I do this. Okay, so the letters were something like this. Okay, and again, I'm not sure if that's Latin or what have you, but they were not written. It was like the pages were embossed with it, like the pages were stamped with it. Okay, so you could touch the letters and it appeared as if they were lifted letters and that sort. So it was as if it was Braille, but obviously that's not Braille. Okay, so again, those are the Akashic records that I was looking at the other day. Okay, let's get back to where we were here on the page or screen. All right, so we are going to move on to the next section. Isaac at the well of vision, Esau sells his birthright. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham that the Lord blessed Isaac his son, and he arose from Hebron and went and dwelt at the well of the vision. So there's a well of the oath, and there's a well of the vision. In the first year of the 3rd week of this Jubilee, 7 years, and in the first year of the 4th week, a famine began in the land, besides the first famine, so a famine on top of a famine, which had been in the days of Abraham. And Jacob sowed lentil pottage, and Esau came from the field hungry, and said to Jacob his brother, "Give me this red pottage," and I have a feeling that's cabbage of some sort. It might not be, but that's what I'm feeling. And Jacob said to him, "Sell to me thy birthright, or thy primogeniture, and I will give thee bread, and also some of this lentil pottage." And Esau said in his heart, "I shall die. Of what profits to me is this birthright?" And he said to Jacob, "I give it to thee." And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he sware unto him. And Jacob gave his brother Esau bread and pottage, and he ate till he was satisfied. And Esau despised his birthright. For this reason was Esau's name called Edom, on account of the red pottage which Jacob gave him for his birthright. And Jacob became the elder, and Esau was brought down from his dignity. Okay, that's the significance of giving away your purpose. You know what? I don't want to fulfill my purpose here as a light worker, starseed, extraterrestrial. You know what? I don't want to be a healer. I don't want to be connected to divine. I want to rape, pillage, sodomize, whatever, all the people. I want to do that. I want to be Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what I want to do. You sell your birthright. When you lie, cheat, and steal against the righteous, you sell your birthright. Karmic. Isaac's sojourn in Gerar and dealings with Abimelech. And the famine was over the land, and Isaac departed to go down into Egypt in the 2nd year of this week, and went to the king of the Philistines to Gerar, and unto Abimelech. And the Lord appeared. You see how there are more and more cultures? You see that as Noah's sons were sent out to establish the north, the central, and the southern hemispheres. You see how that was done in their land. Okay? You see how the different cultures are coming. So now we have the Philistines mentioned. This is the first time we mention the Philistines. Okay? And the Lord appeared unto him, and said unto him, "Go not down into Egypt, and dwell in the land that I tell thee of, and sojourn in this land, and I shall be with thee, and bless thee." Excuse me. "For to thee and to thy seed shall I give all this land, and I will establish my oath, which I swear unto Abraham thy father, and I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and shall give unto thy seed all this land. And in thy seed will all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thy father obeyed my voice, and kept my charge, and my commandments, and my laws, and my ordinances, and my covenant. And now obey my voice, and dwell in this land." And he dwelt in Gerar 3 weeks of the years, and Abimelech charged concerning him, and concerning all that was his, saying, "Any man that shall touch him, or aught that is his, shall surely die." And Isaac waxed strong amongst the Philistines, and he got many possessions, oxen and sheep and camels and asses, and a great household. And he sold, in that household included maidservants and men servants, and he sold in the land of the Philistines, and brought in 100-fold, and Isaac became exceedingly great. So Isaac was able to prosper. That's like, let me think of someone. I can't think of someone historically and in recent years times that it went into a land and that land became more bountiful because that individual was there. I can think about it on a small scale for me concerning the lives that I have met. Okay? So again, I show up for one of three reasons. 15:33 on the clock. On the video timer, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 10:59 a.m.
Okay. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 10:59 a.m.
Okay. I just wanted to see if it was already going to be 11 o'clock that swift. So anyway, so I recognize that I come into lives. It doesn't matter where we meet. Grocery store, mall, gas station, it doesn't matter. I meet and have conversations with people for one of three reasons, or any of these three reasons: healing, exposure, or karma. Okay? So if they're functioning in karma, when I show up to heal those places, childhood wounds or whatever that is that's going on with that individual. If they reject the healing, then I expose them. Those are the three reasons why I show up. Recognize divine masculine, divine feminine. Recognize the reasons why you show up in someone's life. Okay? And once you see that they do not want the lesson or do not receive the lesson, it's time for you to remove your energy from that individual and allow them to die on whatever vine that they are on. Okay? And in most cases, they've fallen from the vine, 17 minutes exactly. They've fallen off the vine and are no longer receiving the nutrition and nutrients from Gaia, from highest divine white light, that they need to sustain themselves spiritually. Okay? So don't try to convince somebody. No, please. Don't overstay your welcome. Okay? Spiritually, energetically, do not overstay your welcome in the lives of those who refuse or denounce the truth. Okay? So the land that I left, Central Florida, those people, well, I just heard drought. There's a hurricane heading towards Florida. Drought. Okay? That's what they are going to experience and continue to experience, perhaps for the next 7 years, 15 years, 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, however, okay? Until they repent, and not just the highest divine white light, okay? They need to repent to me, okay? And until that's done, and truth and genuineness, I just heard, and truth and genuineness, so don't come with karmic bullshit, okay? Because it will be sought out, it will be seen, okay? It will be discovered, okay? Same thing for you. Anyone who's owing you an apology, just apologizing to highest divine white light will not do it. Okay, some of them have fucked up to the point to where their ancestors are now helping you and I. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Their ancestors aren't even helping them anymore. Some of them have fucked up that bad. Let it be. I'm here. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let the cancer come upon their bodies. Let it be. The lupus. Let it be. Whatever it is that is to be their karma for coming against us when we were just simply trying to be a light and be the healers that we are. Whatever that is, allow it to be. Don't feel sorry for them. Okay? Don't turn around, Lot, because you will turn into stone. Don't turn around, Lot. Now all the wells which the servants of Abraham had dug up during During the life of Abraham, the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, excuse me just one second while I close the curtain here. It's getting rather toasty outside already. Again, it's set to be 103 degrees today. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of
Alexa, back. Okay. Go from us, Abimelech said unto Isaac, go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. And Isaac departed thence in the first year of the 7th week, and sojourned in the valleys of Gerar. And they digged again the wells of water which the servants of Abraham his father had digged, and which the Philistines had closed after the death of Abraham his father. So this is symbolic. I'm going to turn the air conditioning up, by the way. This is symbolic. So them covering the wells is symbolic of them stopping the flow, 21:33 on the video timer, them stopping the flow of prosperity from highest divine white light in their lives. That's the synchronicity, or metaphor, however, okay, of covering up the wells, filling them with dirt. Okay? That's the significance. And he called their names as Abraham his father had named them. And the servants of Isaac dug a well in the valley and found living water. See, living water. There's a reason why your body is 70% water and the earth is 70% water. Recognize the synchronicities. There's 7 point how many ever billion little earths walking around, little completenesses walking around. Again, complete in yourself. Complete in yourself. Okay? When you understand that, you can live a stoic life. When you understand who you are, you can live a life of reverence. Okay? Alexa, what does reverence mean?
As a noun, reverence is usually defined as a feeling or attitude of deep respect tinged with awe, veneration. As a verb, reverence is usually defined as to regard or treat with reverence, venerate. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for reverence.
Okay, so you can live a life of reverence when you recognize that you are the complete being. Okay, that means you don't need to clamor for anybody's approval. Okay, you go to work. If you have a just over broke, that's a job, because they control what you make. They control if you get fired or hired. They control what positions you have. Okay, you'll never be paid your worth through a job. Never. You could be the CEO. Okay, you'll never get hired as one, not you owning it. If you own it, yes, but if it's you being hired on as a CEO, okay, even in that situation, you're not paid your worth. Okay, understand your value and don't settle for less. And found living water. And the shepherds of Gerar strove with the shepherds of Isaac, saying, the water is ours. And Isaac called the name of the well Perversity, because they had been perverse with us. And they dug a second well, and they strove for that also, and he called its name Enmity. And he arose from thence, and they digged another well, and for that they strove not, and he called the name of it Room. And Isaac said, Now the Lord hath made room for us, and we have increased in the land. And he went up, and thence to the well of the oath. There we go. In the year of the first week, in the 44th Jubilee. What time was it? When I asked the time, it was 10:44. 44th Jubilee. And the Lord appeared to him that night, and on the new moon of the first month said unto him, I am God of Abraham thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee, and shall bless thee, and shall surely multiply thy seed as the sand of the earth, for the sake of Abraham my servant. And he built an altar there. And he built an altar there. I'm sorry, I was getting downloads. I was listening. Which Abraham his father had first built, and he called upon the name of the Lord, and he offered sacrifice to the God of Abraham his father, and he digged a well, and they found living water. And the servants of Isaac digged another well, and did not find water. And they went and told Isaac that they had not found water, and Isaac said, I have sworn this day to the Philistines, and to this thing hath been announced to us. And this thing hath been announced to us. And he cried the name of that place, called the name of that place, someone might be crying, the well of oath, for there he had sworn to Abimelech and to Ahuzzath his friend, and to Phicol, the perfect of his host. And Isaac knew that that day under constraint he had sworn to them to make peace with them. Where are we at with time? Okay, so we'll finish up here, I think. We'll see. Isaac curses the Philistines. And Isaac on that day cursed the Philistines, and said, Cursed be the Philistines unto the day of wrath and indignation in the midst of all the nations. May God make them a derision and a curse, and an object of wrath and indignation in the hands of the sinners, the Gentiles, and in the hands of the Kittim. And whoever escapeth the sword of the enemy and the Kittim, may the righteous nation root out in judgment from under the heavens. For they will be enemies and foes of my children throughout their generations upon the earth. And no remnant will be left to them, nor one that will be saved on the day of wrath of judgment. For destruction and rooting out and expulsion from the earth is the whole seed of the Philistines. And there will no longer be left these Keptorim, a name or a seed on the earth. For though he ascend unto heaven, thence will he be brought down, and though he make himself strong on earth, thence he will be dragged forth. And though he hide himself amongst the nations, even from thence will he be rooted out. And though he ascend to Sheol, there also will his condemnation be great. And there also he will have no peace. And if he go into captivity, by the hands of those that seek his life will they slay him on the way. And neither nor his seed, neither name nor seed will be left to him on all the earth. For into eternal malediction will he depart. And thus it is written and engraved concerning him on the heavenly tables, to do unto him on the day of judgment, so that he may be rooted out of the earth. Okay, yeah, so we'll stop here. All right. The next section is Rebekah admonishes Jacob not to marry a Canaanitish woman, and Rebekah's blessing. Okay? So thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. My name is Nehru. This is Esoteric Guidance, here to help us all become our highest, purest, truest form possible. Okay? You can only do that by living your true, authentic self. Yeah, that's the only way you can do that, is functioning in your North Node. Meditating, cleansing your energy, connecting to Gaia, connecting to the earth, grounding yourself, grounding your energy. Okay? It's the only way you can do that. Otherwise, you are just living a figment of your imagination, is what I just got. Otherwise, you are just a figment of your imagination. The life that you think, with the wife, husband, 2.5 kids, white picket fence, and a dog. That is just a figment of your imagination. You are so much more than that. Say it. I am so much more than a wife, husband, 2.5 children, and a white picket fence. I am so much more than that. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, and be encouraged.